Hello and welcome to Sammy on Stadia, the F2 Challenge, Part 8. Now, the last 7 rounds haven't exactly been what's expected. In fact, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I had to scroll down in order that you can see our entry in the championship so far. We're 15th out of a possible 20 with 3 points to our name, just ahead of our teammate. But if you scroll up, we're over 100 points away from even second place in the championship, let alone that first place that's occupied by the Cardin driver Nobuharu Matsushita. We're just ahead of our teammate, and to be honest, that's the only thing worth celebrating. Coming up in round 8 is Azerbaijan and the BAKU street circuit. Special shout out to my neighbour who absolutely loves the word BAKU and became something of an in-joke towards the early part of our lockdown period. Let's get into it and see what happens.
BAKU never fails to disappoint fans of Formula 2, so hold on tight, the cars are set on the grid, and any moment we'll be starting today's race. Welcome to Azerbaijan. This is not your usual racing circuit. It provides one of the most complete tests for the field. Sector 1 sports a set of 90-degree corners around the block, if you like. Sector 2 gets even tighter with the old city walls. Sector 3 just turns 16 to negotiate, and then 2.2 kilometers flat to the floor, full throttle in 6th gear, all the way to the end. Joining me today is a man who is no stranger to going fast, Davide Valsecchi of GP2 2012 fame. Great to have you here today, Davide. Are you enjoying yourself here in the beautiful city of Baku?
Absolutely, Alex. Baku is fantastic and so distracting. Ever check the architecture, the narrow street? Easy to see why it's one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar. But Alex, street circuits can be unforgiving. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a safety car or two out during today's race.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Nikita Mazepin yesterday puts him on pole position, and Louis Delatraz will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Matsushita, De Vries, Luca Giotto, and Galeal, Latifi, Schumacher, Tete Camara, Juan Manuel Correa, Joe, Ilott, Jack Aitken, and Calderon, Boschon, Raghunathan, Boccolacci, and Antoine Hubert. Alesi and Jordan King rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Well, let's put us in P13 on the grid. This is obviously particularly exciting for us because that's quite close to the top 10 where those points are handed out. Let's see what we can do. Car setup, I'm going to go for the balanced, it's preset 3. Yes, there's that long straight, but there's also quite a few corners which I do want some downforce for. So I'm going to go for balanced, and of course it is a street circuit. And street circuits haven't necessarily been my best. You remember stuff like Vietnam. Okay, Monaco was quite good. I did finish ahead of where I started in Monaco. I can't say it was my cleanest race, or indeed, it wasn't my cleanest race at all. Spain was my dirtiest, but Monaco wasn't covering myself in glory either. So let's go preset 3 and let's go on with it. We'll go down the outside into turn 1 this time, braking nice and early to avoid the first corner pile up. Managed to get 12. Overtaken Ilott, and in speaking I nearly missed my breaking point, but that's turned into a good thing because we are now 9th. So just been spun round. This continues to happen.
You have a lot of wing damage. Box for a new one.
Codemasters sort of AI.
For unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, yeah. So someone crashes into me and I get the penalty. Thank you very much. The replay on this will prove that I was crashed into, not that I was doing the crashing.
Okay, box. We're adjusting the strategy. Come in this lap.
Normally in a 5-lap race I wouldn't come in a pit stop, but it just absolutely helpless here. It's demanding me box for the front wing and I don't blame it. You know, the understeer I'm getting is quite appalling. But I'll soldier on and
Are you alright? Engine off.
well then. That wasn't exactly what I expected. Thermal damage. We crashed out, partly as a result of the horrific conditions we had coming out of turn, I think it was turn 2 or turn 3. But yeah, that seems to be it. Retire from the session? Are you sure you want to retire from the session? Oh, yes, I am. Drivers are going to behave like that. I see no reason why I should continue.
Brilliant stuff from Carlin today. What a superb victory. And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 today, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Dorian Boccolacci. He did a cracking job of moving through the field. Just a very good race.
Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, Dorian Boccolacci got the driver of the day vote, and you can kind of see why he did end up climbing from 17th on the grid, way behind us, up to 8th. Over a good 4 points. This is whilst other drivers like Jordan King climbed from 20th to 12th. Meanwhile, we're the only who did not finish. And let's just have a look in the replay as to why that happened. So this is us in the onboard cam. I'm just going to change the camera so you get a full view of what's going on. I barge in there, a little bit unfair, fair enough. I believe I'm ahead of covering off the line now. I get spun round into the wall, spun into the other one. At this point, I've lost my front wing completely, as you can see there. And I am going to keep it nice and child friendly, but that decal on my side pod does kind of sum it up. What the F1? I carry on round here, keeping it as clear as I possibly can. See, I've just got no downforce in penalised me a lot. In the end, carry on driving around. Going through this especially tight section, which is a great favourite of mine. I love that section here. Just a lack of grip, and any second now you're going to see, I've carried into the outside wall. I'm turning in, turning in, turning in. It just does not turn. Wheels come off, and at that point, I'm out of the race. There's no arguing that. I crashed, but it was as a result of having so little front downforce. So another disappointing round. It's a shame after the high of finishing and improving on my starting position in Monaco to crash out so early again. But what more can I do there? I had the racing line, and I was belted into the wall twice. Lost my front wing, and from there it was only a matter of time before I crashed. I wish I could end on a good note, but such is the way things are going around here. It's not easy to. I apologise for the short video. I've talked and talked and talked and talked to try and make up for it. I was hoping for a good video. Those of you would have noticed that my earbuds haven't fallen out because I'm not actually wearing them. I'm wearing an overhead set of headphones. This microphone is absolutely useless, by the way. I'm not using this to pick up the sound. I used a different microphone, which is why it picked up me slapping my thigh just now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for continuing to watch, despite the fact that obviously I'm not getting the results that I expected. Hopefully we'll get some better news for you in the next round, which I believe is Canada. Thanks for watching.